Hello there my angels, I apologize for the delay of uploading this video. Today I'm going to tell you a story about how I met my yandere and all other details I missed in my last story time video, for example how I manifested him and some tips with some screenshots. Before I start this video I need to warn you as always, this type of subliminal is not for everyone and I'm not forcing anyone to listen, I am not romanticizing abuse or toxic relationship. Please be cautious of what you're manifesting and only listen to these type of subliminals only if you're absolutely sure and you know what you're signing up for. Also I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to hold back in this story time. I will tell you our story as blunt as possible and I might cuss a lot. So what is the reason we want to manifest a yandere? Our current host at the time doesn't really believe in love. They thought relationships are boring. I personally have abandonment issue and I am afraid of being in a relationship. We all agreed to script and made a subliminal to manifest him. So you might be asking, why the fuck did you manifest a yandere if you ended up being overwhelmed in the end? Couldn't you just manifest a possessive boyfriend? Well, I'm afraid of being too obsessive and clingy, so I thought manifesting someone similar might help me feel at ease, because they understand how I feel. And no, I'm not overwhelmed with his possessive behavior, I stopped because he doesn't respect my boundaries. And yes, right now we agreed to try manifesting once again, but really emphasizing them to respect boundaries and consent. When people comment they want to manifest a yandere in this channel, not all of them mean abusive and violent types, none of us are glamorizing or romanticizing mental illness. Now that's out of the way, let us start the story time. I ramble too much as always. As I said before, he's in the same class as me. We actually never talk in person at school, this is when the pandemic and online school just started. We talk a lot, online, but rarely talk in person. He helped me a lot with my homework and occasionally I helped him too if I could. He's a very smart guy. Though sometime I'm worried since some people rumored that he has issues at home, so I always check how is he doing just to make sure he's okay. He's alright though, and since then we started talking more. Around that time we started scripting, something basic like name, age, personality, looks. We haven't know that guy well, all we know is that he likes anime and that is the first topic he talked about to us. Thinking about it now, almost all the personality we scripted are similar to his. We wrote something like smart, analytical, observant, quiet, and more. I might make a video exposing our script later. We've been listening to our subliminal for a few months at that time, and if I remember correctly we started actually talking every day after weeks. Just asking how are you doing, and good night or good morning. Everything else seems normal at the beginning. We started opening up to each other, about hobbies even to personal stuff. As I said in the last video, he doesn't have social media so there is nothing I can learn about him, he's mysterious as fuck. Day after I asked about the social media, he actually made an account just to follow all of my accounts, even my privates, even though I never tell him about my username, my friends never tell him. That shocked me a bit, but we don't really catch it as a red flag. Yes, we're dense LMAO. Then he found out that I'm playing Genshin, so he started playing as well. His characters is a lot more OP than mine, yet he keeps asking for help with the bosses. We ended up just walking around as a typical out of resin players. I don't have any problem playing with him, but I don't feel like I'm helping him fight at all. At that point he started to open up about his plan after graduating. He wrote something on his diary that he wanted to live together with me. Holy shit, that escalated quickly. I still have the picture he sent, but I won't show it for privacy reason. I think he finally realized I know what he's doing in the game, so the next time he purposely use weaker characters when playing with me and use the wrong element. Like come on, he fight 𝐾𝐬𝐬𝐵 with fucking 𝐾𝐬𝐬𝐿. After months of talking with him, we accidentally met at the school library, so he offered me to bring my books and walk me home. It's a heavy ass books, not gonna lie. I should have received his help, but my pride is too fragile LMAO. We're both guys, but he's a little skinnier than me. I felt bad. Also it might look weird to other students since we're in a very conservative school. Finally, since we've grown comfortable together, we decided to invite him to the mall near my house to get some ice cream. Surprise surprise, our house isn't that far away from each other at that time. We can just walk for less than 5 minutes. We took that opportunity and went on several dates since we're going to move away. It was a bit awkward though since we aren't used to talk in person. Some of the dates are exactly like what we scripted. Now this is when I finally realize we legit manifested a yandere. Holy shit, what the fuck? I know saying I can't live without you to someone means something important, right? Also, he called the host with the swiggly line tilde, the fucking swiggly. Like, imagine someone calling you with a fucking swig. We haven't scripted anything at that time, things gotten a bit weird. Like this one time the current host went to a cafe and the waiter gave them a hot chocolate without telling who paid for it. The host's name was written on the cup with a heart. And at this time is when he did my exam when I'm sick, hacked my email, then found my new house's location to bring me the gift. It was sweet at first, but some of his actions made me uncomfortable, like how he keeps pushing me to do something and asking very personal question I'm not ready to answer. We have very different opinion about something sometime. It feels like he didn't mind, but I feel like I'm always ignored. It was more of my problem too. I was not focusing on my mental health either, so it was just a fucking mess. I ended up feeling like a burden and constantly judged because of how he commented on every single little thing I did. My close friend said it has gone too far, so I took that as a sign that this has to stop for now. Anyway, since all of that was over now, we haven't heard about him in a long time. I hope we can still be friends at least. Our current partner, or yandere, is a very private person. I don't want to give updates or anything about our relationship yet. All I can say is that we love each other very much. He deserves everything. Now time to answer some questions many of you asked about how we manifested our past yandere. Honestly, all we did was just write on a notebook as if it already happened, like a diary. Focus on your emotion, how exciting and how in love you are, just imagine it and write it down. Now all you have to do is let it happen. Having your desired yandere bio is recommended too, like what is their name, age, personality, looks, just be creative. Write as detailed as you want or just imagine it is enough. Making vision board can also help you visualize better. I recommend using Pinterest, save the pictures that has similar look or vibe to your yandere. Or, you can also use songs to help you visualize even more, make a playlist. If you're a fanfic writer, write a self-insert fanfic of you and your yandere LOL. Someone actually commissioned me to write a fanfic of their yandere, but anyway. Cough cough ether. Here's something you shouldn't do, asking exactly when will you get result. I see this a lot in my comment section. People are different, and even if you keep asking it to yourself it will create doubts and anxiety. Instead of asking, just be sure it will come, the universe will surprise you. If you do have doubts and bad feelings, maybe it's a sign you should pause for a second. Just know you will have the result when it's exactly the right time. It's easier said than done, I know, but try trusting your instincts more than comparing your results to other people. Every person has each of their own unique journey. Whenever you see something and think, is this a sign, it's more likely it is. There's no wrong or right way in manifesting. If you need more tips and manifestation myth, I wrote it on my docs in the pinned comment, go and check it out if you want to. Now, on how to script. You can write as if you're in the future telling what happened to your past self, or you can write it as you usually do in a diary. I said I focus more on my emotion, so this is what I usually do. Today was a wonderful day, we had a date at blank, and I felt extremely happy and at peace with him. He always pays attention to what I say. How can someone be this kind? If you're too lazy to write like me, just imagine how you'd feel at that situation and what you'd do. Write as much as you like. Again, there is no right or wrong way of doing this. Thank you so much for listening to my lengthiest rambling. Welp, guess I will do the how to script a yandere video later then. I hope you find some of these informations helpful. I will see you again later. Kuro signed out.